All right, we got that sorted out real quick. Landon, it is time. Detroit Hardpoint is loading up. We talked a little bit about this matchup, Denial versus FaZe. A little bit of bad blood. FaZe, 50% stayed on board with the FaZe organization. The other half went to Denial as Clayster and Attach joined up with Enable and Zuma. Now we see, though, the world champion replays with a totally new squad, Slasher, Temp, and Hook. You have to say, Replays has done a phenomenal job of surrounding himself with young talent.
Oh, absolutely. You got three of some of the best players that we have in the game as young players, at least. Slasher kind of got noticed in this game, and Hook and Temp regarded as some of the best young players that we have in the entire game thus far. So I'm looking to see them, pick it up. We have, kind of divided amongst us three world championships or world champions of this year in this game currently. So normally going to be a good one as we started off.
Denial's going to win the fight first and foremost. So you see, of course, early map control going to Denial, but no one's gaining points yet. Not really able to capitalize on this time. Hook is going to jump in there for just a second. Let's go over to his screen. And Hook, really, this guy is just a name that exploded in Advanced Warfare. Everyone wanted to team with this man following COD Champs.
Yeah, got noticed, I believe, on Team of Carnage, moved on to teams like Stunner, and look at him now, and he's on FaZe, and even now on Denial. Excuse me, I believe he was on FaZe, now on Denial.
Just there, yeah.
He's rolling, one of the best young players I've seen in a very long time, and he'll definitely show it in these series. You see just how aggressive he is with that SMG. Can be very lethal around the map. One of the guys you really position, to watch out for.
Slasher starting to heat up with his SMG. Was at 4-3 on a 3 streak. Let's go over, though, to this FaZe squad. Zuma, currently 0-3. Holding down the hard point is going to tie things up without shooting a bullet.
Yeah, currently, while at least you're not getting kills, you're grabbing time. You're doing the objective work that is provided in the game, and he's doing it very well. One player going to come up behind him. That's going to be Replays. Just misses him, not able to grab the kill, but I believe he's going to try to come back and finish him, but not able to do so. Denial looking pretty good off the bat. Currently up by about 8 points. Trying to make this comeback just a little bit here. But pretty solid plays out of both squads as FaZe now, like we've seen in the past couple games. They just swarm hard points. They have all 4 players really rush in, but just like that, Denial responds immediately, and they're able to take this hill. So maybe this will be the kryptonite, what we've seen from FaZe so far. Denial
has been playing very structured. We kind of credited FaZe with that same term earlier in the day, but Denial, you saw, didn't panic, didn't worry about Zuma getting 18 seconds. They fought for the top spawns and pushed in as a team after gaining that map control. Looking at your mini-map now, though, they're in a pretty tricky spot. Players spawning behind them, back truck. Meanwhile, all the points are being gathered in the garage. They're going to surge 4 men up the ramp. Looks like the first 2 are going to drop as it's going to be Hook and Temp trying to push in. Slasher actually taking down Temp, so Hook working with Slasher now. SMG's out for everybody, and this is Denial with another great retake strategy. And you look at your scoreboard. Just like that, they've tied it up. They still have 30 points to score.
Exactly, yeah, they just took over that hard point. What we've seen so far, FaZe has looked very dominant, and they've been able to respond just about every time. I think, to be honest, I think this Denial team is going to struggle a little bit with communication. With 2 young players and, kind of 2 known players in a sense, it's going to be kind of difficult to kind of, get those young guys underway, but they've been looking pretty solid thus far. Hardpoint, a very, communication-based game. You have to be telling, where you are at in hardpoints. And from what we've seen them rushing hills like they have against FaZe, they've looked very, very good.
Temp trying to clean up players out front of the hard point, and they will drop 3. FaZe with a quick break, even though Denial rotated first. On your screen right now, it's Replays trying to go for the retake. Gets 1, dropped by a second. Hook out front, still battling for control. FaZe is going to gain that control, and it's Zuma locking it down. He's got 3 players down this mid alley, picking up 1. Here comes Temp. Zuma playing this perfect with it. Drop shot, pokes up, picks up 2, make it 3, 4 in a row almost as he is going to go down. We go over to Clayster, who's swinging back on the flank. Temp takes out Clay, but not much more. Good hold so far from FaZe.
Yeah, that was a great job there out of Zuma. Able to hold that one for a very long time. I believe he was like on a 6 kill streak at one point. So great job there out of Zuma as they will hold those last couple seconds. But now it's going to be Denial. Replays currently in that hill, trying to hold down some time. But it looks like Zuma once again rushing inside that hard point with 6 caps already. He's looking very good off the break as we're going to head into this next hill. This one's going to be filled with a lot of chaos. It's going to be interesting to see how Denial is going to be able to hold this one, if they will at all, now that FaZe rushes in.
Denial set up first. Clayster breaks it with the 2-piece. Hook now on your screen, trying to sneak in. waiting for teammates over at lockers. He's dropped instantly. Temp pulling out the bow for this hard point. Won't be able to get much going. 3 dead just like that. Zuma with 2 attached with the 3rd. Let's go over to Zuma once again. ASM 1 in hand. He's playing this fire room. Able to bounce back between these mid stairs and the pit. Will get taken down from behind, calls it out to his teammates. Temp tried to jump through the window. Hook breaking into the hard point, but for how long? Denial starting to fall behind substantially in this game. It's about a 50-point advantage for FaZe, and phenomenal holds. Zuma with the 3-piece and Enable with the 4th.
Yeah, FaZe looking very, very good here as we're going to head into the second side of rotations here. But like you said, they went absolutely massive in that last hard point. As you can see, Enable coming from behind. Not going to grab any time from it, but going to make Hook spawn out. But I noticed something from Clayster. He made the player spawn out, and he had a perfect position to lock down a couple players who were spawning back street. And that's exactly what you have to do if you're FaZe. You have to hold down these players and keep them spawning out because of how lethal and how good SMG players they are. Denial can be very hard to manage, and FaZe has done that very well thus far.
Going over replays, trying to take over the hard point. It's Slasher all over your kill feed. Everyone, though, on this Denial squad, negative. Clayster the host, he's +4. Zuma with a +3 so far, and Enable and Attach staying at 500. Nice slaying in the first half of the game. Can Denial answer back in the second half? There's still plenty of time, 4 minutes still to go. Denial, they've cut that 70-point deficit, or 50-point deficit, excuse me, down to just 20.
Yeah, like you said, Denial making the comeback, doing very well. Temp currently in that hard point, going to grab the last couple seconds of garbage time. Garbage time is very important in this game, especially if you're down. You want to grab as much time as you possibly can, but you got to keep in mind the rotation is absolutely key as Temp falls. Zuma now currently inside this green hard point, trying to hold down some time here and just trying to increase on that lead. 142 to 119. That lead is just increasing, and you can see all players, especially except for Zuma, are holding down these Denial teammates, just trying to hold them off, trying to make them spawn out. And Zuma's had an easy time as he's holding down this hill. I don't think he's dropped a second yet.
Credit to Clayster and the boys hanging out outside. Let's go over to Clay, 28-25, slowing down a little bit, but still looking to slay. That's his 3rd and 4th kill on this spree. Second one was just an assist, but he is not done shooting. Anyone who tries to push this mid street is met with Clay's bow. And once again, a hefty advantage in favor of FaZe as Zuma was picking up most of the time. Clay was picking up the kills outside. Everything is clicking for the Red Militia.
Yeah, like you said, FaZe doing a very good job. I believe they only dropped maybe 2 seconds in this green hill. So now with the 62-point lead, they are looking very good in the next 3 minutes of this game. As we know, Denial Slasher now in the hill, trying to come back from this lead. This is the point where you have to come back and and just come back in this game. If you're down, or if FaZe can even get even or add more onto this lead, this is not going to be a very good finish from Denial. But like we said, that Hook rushing in with that SMG will fall. And now you can see the FaZe boys rushing in here once again like we've seen the entire day, locking down hard points, especially with Zuma doing as well as he has. 2. Can he find the 3rd? Zuma lighting him up, and he is looking great thus far. 30 and 21, finds the 4th. And Zuma is just making this look super easy, especially against such a talented Denial team.
8 streak, 9 streak and more. Zuma lighting up everything in his way. He is now positive 11 after that spree. Let's go right back to him. Tommy Papa heating up.
Yeah, sitting at 34 and 22 along with 9 captures. Will eventually fall, but this is not looking like a good position from Denial. They're gonna have to hold down these next 2 hard points with just about every single second remaining. 213 to 139. Slasher currently in the hill for Denial, but they have a pretty good position. Looking at the mini-map, they're holding down their spawns pretty well. It's just how can they win these gunfights? Can they hold them off for long? And you can see Attach coming through the window, not able to do much. And Slasher's holding down this hill for as much time as he possibly can. Big gunfight gonna go down. Zuma going to win that one, but will fall from behind. So good trade from Denial as they're trying to hold this hill as much as they can. With 1 minute and 20 seconds left, we're gonna have to hold this one.
They're not out of it yet, man. This is kind of crazy to see Denial every time they get down huge, bring it back. 22 seconds left. Replays needs this big one-on-one. Zuma floods in. Hook there to back him up, though. Denial holding on for now. They're down to the last 60 seconds. And this is going to be about a 45-point advantage for FaZe. You got to think at this point in the game, FaZe has it all locked up, and unless something miraculous happens for Denial, Enable on your screen is going to be rotating first.
Yeah, I mean, anything is possible, but FaZe nails down the rotation. They're going to be in the hill.
Done.
Currently, Enable holding in that corner. This one is looking like it's going to be over, and just like that, I believe the game one will go in favor of FaZe as the now rushes in. It's just about who can grab the most kills, but looking at those, looks like Zuma dropping 43 kills, did a very good job in just about every single aspect as he leads in both captures and kills for the game.
He had some massive multi-kills. I just remember seeing Zuma.
Yeah.
3 times in this game at least as he's picking up triples. They're going to finish with 250, it looks like, if they win this fight. Clayster is there. He wins the battle. Attach, jumping in to back him up. Enable, pressuring from the front door. 6 seconds left. They'll fall just short of the 250 goal, but a nice blowout in game number 1. FaZe on host is going to take this one 243 to 183.
Yeah, while it was on their host, they still did a very good job. 243 to 183, like you said, but 240 bombs, I believe, coming out of FaZe as well. So doing very well in that slaying category. I believe one of them was, okay, it was Zuma and Clayster. So both 40 bombs. Clayster always going to be lethal with that battle. Got to watch out for him, but a very good and very dominant win for FaZe in the game number 1.
Nice start here from FaZe, but we'll be switching up host next. Denial gets a chance to tie things up as we head to Search and Destroy. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.